You know, you really got to try to keep an optimistic frame of mind in these sorts of times. Look, I'm not speaking with you today to cry and complain about the millions of dollars in cuts that is looming over the New York State Council on the Arts and how it is personally going to affect me. Believe me, shared sacrifice, as the governor likes to put it, is not a new concept to artists. Let's face it, eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches every day to save money for art supplies is common practice in the arts community. And that's when the economy is stable. The last thing that an aspiring artist is willing to subscribe to is a politician's rhetoric about sacrifice. Instead, I'm challenging our people of power to think in a more optimistic and innovative way that will not remove but create opportunities in the arts. In this financial crisis, we cannot afford to handicap and limit these cultural institutions that bring a sense of community and hope to the people of New York. I know a lot of people viewing this right now are well aware of the WPA programs of the 1930s. But for those who are not, I would like to give a quick reminder of a time in our country's history when an artist's dreams were not allowed to be destroyed by economic disaster. During the Great Depression, certain visionary U.S. politicians decided to combine the creativity of the new art movements with the values of the American people. This kind of outside-the-box thinking resulted in the WPA, or the Works Progress Association, which was the largest agency under FDR's New Deal. The Federal Art Project was one of the divisions of the WPA and was responsible for creating over 5,000 jobs for artists and producing over 250,000 works of art for the American people, such as posters, paintings, and murals. These programs acted as a catalyst for new works by Jackson Pollock, Paul Cadmus, Ben Shahn, Jack Levine, Reginald Marsh, Jose Clemente Orozco, and Diego Rivera, just to name a few. Now, whether these selected few that I have mentioned are in your particular taste is really irrelevant. The work of these great artists stands among some of the most significant pieces of public art in this country. And I welcome any of you fiscally motivated folks out there to crunch some numbers and compare the current value of such works of art with the savings that will be gained by cutting programs for the next generation of artists. As history shows, artists are a peculiar group that are capable of producing an incredible body of work in the most dire of times. You could even go as far as to say that artists are at their most creative when their surroundings are uncomfortable. So let's leave the artists' funding alone where it is, and instead give them the opportunity to create and inspire others through this dark period. Oh yeah, and one last thing. If you are still really in need of the $7 million, there's a new stadium being built up there in the Bronx for about $1.6 billion. I hear it's the second most expensive stadium ever built, and is costing the taxpayers approximately $500 million. I'm sure it's not too late for them to slightly downgrade the 51 luxury suites for the corporations that they have, and they can become a part of our shared sacrifice. Thank you, and have a great day.
All that strangers sleep in my bed, and my favorite words are goodbye.